And we're back. At this point in the story, it is the next day. The pastor is now up. He believes he's had what he calls a dream/nightmare. And the pastor goes into work at the church. He's tired, he's exhausted. His day has been pretty hectic. And again, the messenger disguised as a poor person calls on the pastor. And the pastor's not in the mood to deal with this. He's just too tired. He's had a long, hard day. He doesn't want a poor person that he barely tolerates to call on him and talk to him. He has more important things to do. So the pastor relents and lets the poor person in. And the messenger asks the pastor a question. And the pastor starts screaming at the messenger in disguise. What's wrong with you? Are you stupid? Do you even begin to understand how busy I am, how important I am? I'm a pastor. I'm so important. I have all these followers who need me, all these followers that need my time. The messenger sits and listens. After the pastor rails for a half an hour straight about how this poor person is taking up his valuable time and wasting his valuable time, finally the pastor sits down in his chair exhausted, and the poor person turns into the messenger. And the messenger stands up and says to the pastor, 3 times God has tested you as he has sent me to do so on his behalf. 3 times you have failed. For half an hour you railed at God. Too busy to be bothered, angry and frustrated. God sent me to give you a message. You are spiritually sick. You are surrounded by the spirit of confusion. You are on a road of pitfalls. All the promises that are constantly made to you fall short. You are not ready, nor are you spiritually wise enough to receive the message that God is giving you. And with that, the messenger walks out. The pastor sat stunned. He began just crying, sobbing. He began praying, God, please forgive me. I've had a horrible day. Things have gone bad. Please come back. If you just come back, I promise I'll treat your messenger with more respect. I'll receive the message. I promise. And the pastor received no response. The pastor thought that if he continued to do good works like he'd done before, God would send the messenger back. So the pastor would do good works for a year, and he would pray every night for God to send the messenger back to give him the message that he'd changed. But yet the pastor would slip back into sin. He'd slip back into his old boastful, sinful ways. He never quite learned the messenger never appeared again. The message that can be taken from this story is that if we choose to live in sin, if we choose to continue to repeatedly live in sin, and we don't ever attempt to walk in the footsteps of Jesus, that we will never grow spiritually, and we will never be ready as believers to receive the message that God is sending. There's a song that goes, "Stay awake, be ready, for the Lord is coming." So stay awake, be ready. The Lord is coming. The Lord is here, and He's always sending His messengers. Are you ready to receive the message that God will send? Thank you. This has been Malak's message.